Today's tutorial we're going to be creating these poster that looks like this. I'm going to give you all the elements and we're going to put it together. I'm going to walk you through the steps. So first off, we're going to start with creating an InDesign file. So I'm just going to check and see. This file is, so I know I talked to you about this earlier, but so when I'm checking my file, it's in picas. So just as a reminder, I go under Edit down to, I'm sorry, sorry, in the pull down of InDesign under Preferences, Units and Increments, and I'm going to just change my picas to inches. Just as a reminder, that does happen sometimes. So now I'm going to check under my file document setup. It is 11 by 17. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do this along with you. I'm going to do File New, 11 by 17. That happens to be a tabloid size. So 11 wide, 17 high. So I have a new document now. Okay. So I'm just going to refer back and forth here. Okay, so we're going to drop in a bunch of our artwork first. So first I'm going to just take a look at some of these things. If you want to take a look with me, I'm just going to kind of pull apart this file. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's drop in some artwork. So you're going to notice you're going to drop in some artwork, file, place, whoops, and looking for my file here. You guys should have it on the desktop. Sorry, I'm just looking for my file, so I'm going to pause this. The new vector bright starburst, that's what I'm going to select. I'm going to open that. So it gives me this starburst. I created this effect in Photoshop where I gave it this dark edge. I'm not going to walk you through that because we're focusing more on InDesign right now. But if you needed a tutorial in the future on how to do that, I could walk you through that. Okay, so again, we're just going to be dropping in a lot of files right now. So we're going to drop in this piece of tape, this lined paper. So we're going to just drop in a lot of art. Okay, again, file, place, and we are going to drop in the group of people reaching up. So if I do that, notice how I am giving you, I already did the silhouette on these people. Okay. File, place. These are singers. Whoops. These singers. Again, I'm just trying to drop them all into my file. We need the tape. There's a vintage tag. Whoops. Okay, so the vintage tag, I saved it another way as a ping file without a background. Okay, so this one's coming in really large. Move it around so I can adjust it. I'm going to resize it down a little bit. So I'm basically going to take all this artwork Now I'm going to sort of throw it on the side of my document. Whoops. Just want to remind you, don't click on the center of the artwork when you see that circle, because then it's going to shift your artwork within the box. Okay, always just click on the edge and then move it around. Okay, again, file, please. And let's see. What else can we get? The old line paper. Okay, I think we can start placing some things. So now let's just look at where things are. Okay, so we know the paper's around here, the singers, and we need this guy too. Okay, the one singer. All right, let's get the one singer also. So file, place. Oh, there he is. Okay, this guy. Okay, so now we have various things. Okay. No, I think I lost something here. There it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to shrink this probably, not 50%, let's say about 75%. I'm just sort of going to put it in this area. I'm just going to refer back and forth to my tutorial. I need the singer and then the group of singers. So I know my singer is around here. My group of singers is around here also. Make sure I pull it by the edge. So notice it went behind this item. So I'm going to click on that group of singers and I'm going to object, pull down to arrange, bring to front. And then it'll bring it to front. Again, that's under object, arrange, bring to front. Okay, so notice how my singer is facing to the left and it has a 7-point black rule stroke around it. Okay, so we can give it a 7-point rule and make it black. But our singer is facing to the right and we want it to face to the left. InDesign works just like Photoshop. I can take the edge of this and just flip it the other way and my singer will now be facing the way I need him to. Okay. And this one is smaller and it has a 7-point white stroke and it's cropped in a little bit around the heads and it's overlapping this one a bit. So I'm going to shrink this down probably about 75%. That looks about right. I'm going to give it a 7-point white rule and I am going to place it overlapping this one. So it sort of gives me an idea. I might even go a little bit smaller. Wiggle it. Move it with the arrows just to kind of shift it a little bit. Okay. Then I have this logo also we didn't drop in. So let me drop in the Sydney Street Choir logo. Okay, so file, place. Let's see. Logo. Here, logo. I'm just going to drop it in, Sydney Street Choir. I'm going to put that in this area. Okay. I would suggest saving at this point, so save as. We can call it InDesign poster tutorial. Okay. Okay, so notice how my line paper is much higher up than I have it, and then I have the tape. Okay, so we definitely don't have this high enough, so I'm going to move this higher. Probably make it bigger too, because we know we have to get some text on there. So I'm just going to sort of adjust things a bit. I could also select multiple images. If I select an image and then I hold a shift key and then I just select the other images, I can move them all down at once. Okay, and my tape, I know, goes up in this area. I think it's going to be rotated. So yeah, this tape is rotated. I'll look on here, it's a 15-degree angle and it's touching the top of that lined paper. So I'm just going to click on it. On the top of my menu bar here, I'm going to make it 15 degrees. Notice how it rotates. Okay, notice how when I bring it on there, move it on top of, it doesn't go in front of. So I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to go under Object, Arrange, Bring to Front, and it's going to bring that piece of tape up for me. I'm also going to make it a little larger. Okay, it looks like it has a drop shadow on it too. So let's give it a drop shadow. I'm going to click on that tape. And then in InDesign, you can do Object, Effects, Drop Shadow. And it'll allow you to do your distance, your size, how dark you want it, just so that it pops out of the background a little bit more. Okay. All right. And then we're going to drop in these people, these fans. And then I think we can, the fans and this bookmark or book tag. Okay. So let's drop in these people. They go around here. We definitely need to make them larger. Let's say 150% larger, probably larger than that. To 125. It's going to be trial and error trying to sort of get that look how you want it. Okay, it definitely needs to be larger. Okay. I'm gonna 125, and I'm gonna move it over. See how that looks. I might have even cropped in on, yeah, it looks like I don't have the full image anyway. Looks like I cut off like one person in. And it goes to the edge. So let's try that. So if we cut off one person going in, just sort of close up on the box. And then I shrink it a little bit more. And then nudge it over here. Should work okay. Okay, that's about right. And the last thing we're doing is moving this image. So this image needs to be standing tall. And it's at 90 degrees. And then I am going to look at the percentage. Okay, so I kind of squished this and skewed it longer. So we're just going to kind of work this in. Okay. So I am going to take this image and I'm going to change it 90 degrees. Whoops, minus 90. Minus 90. So that's the way we want it. Okay, so I'm going to end